You're not failing because money is impossible to manifest. You're not failing because the law doesn't work. And you're not failing because you didn't do enough affirmations or visualizations, or you didn't meditate long enough. The real reason money still feels far away is because you're trying to manifest wealth while your nervous system and your identity and your assumptions are still in survival mode. Now you can say, I'm rich. You can say affirmations to you blue in the face. You can visualize your bank account with 9 figures in it. You can listen to abundance meditations all night long. But if underneath all that, you're still thinking, you're still deciding, you're still feeling, you're still reacting as the same version of yourself that's still behind, broke, desperate, and waiting to be saved, then you're not manifesting wealth. What you're doing is you're decorating panic with spiritual language. And that's why this video is going to hit different. So today I want to show you the biggest hidden mistakes blocking your manifestation, especially when it comes to money, success, and reaching that next level. And by the end of this video, you're going to understand why your desire hasn't been showing up, what identity you've accidentally been living from, and how to shift out of that financial panic into assumption of already being the person who receives, who creates, and who holds more. And if this video speaks to you, don't just watch this video and go back to the same person. I want you to take action. Click the link in the description or the pinned comment in this video. Watch the full breakdown where I uncover the biggest mistakes blocking your manifestation and what to do about it. Because once you see the mistakes clearly, you can finally stop repeating that. Now, let's get into the video. A lot of people right now, they're not just trying to manifest a luxury car or a dream house or the perfect lifestyle that they see online. They're just trying to breathe. They're trying to catch up. They're trying to stop feeling anxious every time they check their bank account. They're trying to put a stop to feeling guilty every time they use money. And they're trying to stop waking up with that heavy feeling in their chest, thinking, how am I going to make this work? And when you're in that state, it's very easy to confuse manifestation with emergency rescue. And you're not really assuming wealth. You're just begging life to hurry up before everything falls apart. And I know what that feels like, to want that breakthrough so bad that every day without it, it feels like it's proof that it's not working. And I know what it feels like to look at your circumstances and think, this can't be my life. And that's a specific type of pain, because it's not about just the money. It's about your identity. And it's about knowing that you're meant for more, but still seeing evidence of the old life everywhere that you look. So that's why a lot of people get stuck, is they think the problem is money. But the deeper problem is the version of themselves that keeps returning every time money feels uncertain. Because the version of you who's panicking about money and the version of you who's wealthy operate from different inner states. They don't think the same. They don't decide the same. They don't interpret life the same. And they don't respond to delays the same. They don't see opportunities the same way, because one version sees everything as a threat and the other version sees everything as a movement, as opportunity. One version says, where is it? How come it's not here yet? What am I doing wrong? When is this gonna come here? When is it gonna arrive? And the other version says, well, of course, it's unfolding. Things take time. And that difference isn't small, that's the identity gap. And until that gap closes, you're gonna continue to use manifestation techniques from the identity of someone who doesn't have it. And that's why it feels like you're doing everything right, but still getting the same results, because the outer actions have changed, but the inner identity still stayed the same. Now, Neville Goddard taught that people shouldn't beg. He taught people not to chase, and he didn't teach to sit back and just do nothing and hope everything works out in their favor. He taught assumption, to play the character, to step onto the screen and become that person. He taught that your outer world reflects your inner state that you occupy. Not the words that you keep repeating every day, not the techniques that you perform, and not the ritual you do when you're scared. The state that you occupy all the time. The state that you're being, the inner position that you live from. And that's where everything changes, because most people are trying to use manifestation as a way to get something. They're trying to use affirmations and visualizations to get money or to get a car. And they're scripting from fear because they're terrified that if they don't do that thing, then it's not going to happen. But that means that the real assumption is, I don't have it. The real assumption still is, well, I'm unsafe without this thing. So the real assumption is still, something outside of me has to change before I feel chosen or secure or powerful or free. And that's not the wish fulfilled. That's just a wish delayed. That's the identity of somebody who's waiting. And somebody who's waiting, they're going to continue to wait because the world reflects back who you say you are about yourself. So you have to sit down and be honest with yourself. Are you manifesting from the version of yourself who knows already? Or are you manifesting from the version who wants to be rescued? The person who knows doesn't obsess. And the person who knows doesn't spiral out every 5 minutes. The person who knows doesn't keep checking for signs like the whole world depends on this. And the person who knows doesn't collapse every time the 3D doesn't change. Because it does take time. Now, I'm not saying ignore responsibilities or pretend that they don't exist. I'm saying that their identity is no longer owned by those circumstances. And that's the shift, because your current reality may be real, right? But it's not the final authority, because your bank account may show one number, but it's not your identity. It's just a result of a previous assumption. Your bills exist, but they don't define who you're becoming. Your past still happened, but it doesn't decide who you get to live in the future. So no, you're not broken, you're not cursed, you're not behind, and the law is not skipping you by. But you may be trying to create wealth from an emotional identity of somebody who feels powerless. And that identity can't take you where you're asking life to go. Because you don't manifest money by obsessing over it. You manifest a new reality by becoming the person who no longer abandons their power when money looks uncertain. Not with fake positivity, not with pretending, not with ignoring life, but choosing their inner identity before the outer world confirms it. That's the inner work. That's faith. And if this video hits you, don't just save it and go to the next video and like it, which is all great. Love all that. But there's a reason you watched this video this far. Because if you're tired of doing the inner work and repeating affirmations and visualizations, scripting, and trying this method, trying the 3-6-9 method, mirror work, and none of that's working, and you're still feeling like money and success or your relationships or your manifestations is blocked, then you need to watch the full breakdown that I have. Just click the link in the description or the pinned comment and watch the full breakdown. And I'm gonna uncover the biggest mistakes blocking your manifestation and exactly what to do about it. Because your next level doesn't start when money arrives. It starts when you stop being loyal to the identity that keeps pushing it away. All right, love you guys, peace.